Morning, guys. It is, what is today? It's Thursday, April 18th. Now, last night, or was it this morning? I'm trying to think. Yeah, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. About 2 o'clock in the morning, I got woken up. Sometimes I listen to my documentaries or, YouTube videos. I don't watch them, I listen to them. And I guess I fell asleep last night. So about 2 o'clock this morning, I woke up because I accidentally pulled the headphones out. So, so it woke me up, and then the light woke me up, and I started looking at what video I was watching because YouTube was on autoplay. So I was like, all right, well, I hope I didn't feed myself, any ridiculous tones like. I don't know, pregnancy or some kind of wrong isochronics, something that I don't normally use, something weird. So I went and I backtracked, and I saw that a video that I was planning to watch next, when I was awake, like in the morning, had played, and it was at the end of it. So I tapped on play, and I figured I'd watch it for a few minutes until I went back to sleep. And turns out, in the first few minutes, it really hit. Of course, she's my favorite psychic, so pretty much everything she says resonates. And I went to make a comment because it was about repeating numbers and what they mean, that they're programming codes. You're meant to see this because it activates certain things within you, or activates you. Okay, and she's talking about all this, and I already know this because I'm going through it too, but for me it's like confirmation watching her, and I'm getting the same messages she is. But then I noticed, after I'd put that, I'm seeing a lot of 1111, 7777, 3333, and then also the zeros, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, and 7,000, and combinations of 7 and 11. Of course, I just looked at the time, and it was 222. So I went back and I commented again that I see double numbers also, 33, 55, 77. I see 77 so much. It's crazy. I'm getting kind of used to it, though. And the next thing I noticed is that I was comment number 56. So for me, the 55 that I should have saw, I didn't see it. So that wasn't meant for me. So I was meant to see 56. That was a number comment I was. So I look up at my percentage bar and the time, and it was 56. 6:56. Oh, that was this morning. That wasn't last night when I looked at it this morning. That was when I got up. Sorry. I'm confusing the 2 a.m. wake up with the wake up this morning at 7. But anyways, I was kind of alarmed because that's 56, 56, 6:56. Okay, the last time I saw 56, 56 in succession, I mean within like 10 seconds, and this, of course, was within 5 seconds I saw all those numbers. Last time I saw 56, 56, there was 2 suicides locally. And then I came into work, and sometimes I glance at the energy of the day before I do the reading, because I have to look at it. It has the numbers of the day. That's where I get it from. It's on my computer right here. And I just kind of glance at it. I don't read it until after because I don't want it to affect the energies. But then again, sometimes I need to know what energy is prevalent in order to interpret something correctly. So today, there was, and you've probably already been seeing this, but the sun in Aries is sextiling Black Moon Lilith in Aquarius at 28 degrees. 28 is the number of completion, the end. And basically, this is about a spiral, a downward spiral, depression, and suicidal thoughts. Okay, and I actually have it in my horoscope, which I never remember because I do it like 2 weeks ahead of time. So I'm actually aware of the energy that's coming 2 weeks from now. Okay, so when I looked at it, I did say something about checking in with your friends. Suicide is not an option because a lot of you may be feeling betrayed, confused, hopeless, and afraid. And of course, there's that danger of apathy, feeling numb or choosing to be numb. Okay, I apologize. I had somebody walk into the store. I had to talk to for a second. They're getting ready to go to court, full moon in Libra. Okay, so also today is, let's see. Oh, that's right. You need to make sure that people know that everything is temporary, including feelings, and that if they're feeling sad, you know, as they realize the reality of their situation, that things weren't what they appeared to be, you know, their illusion of the world, their reality has been shattered. And a lot of people just can't deal with it. It's some were misled, some were deceived, some just looked at things the wrong way. Their perception was skewed, and a lot of them could be wanting to check out, literally. Okay, for those of you out there, the rainbow only comes after the storm. Okay, so you must ride through the storm in order to get to the rainbow. Please know that there, you know, the impermanent. What's that damn word? The impermanence of all. Nothing is permanent, damn it. I'll just stick with that. Okay, so, you know, guys, if you know somebody that's been through something rough, check in on them. Give them a kind word. Be their support for them, you know, especially if they're really, truly good people. But if they're, you know, deep in victim mentality, totally emotional, angry, you know, anything 3D, then there's two things you can do for that. Either you need to make that choice to figure out how to talk them down, or you don't give your energy to it, right? I mean, if it's not your circus, not your monkeys, you go ahead and you let somebody deal with going on a rampage, because karma will get them. Okay, the universe will get them if they are not coming from a pure place. I don't know how to describe that. Okay, so for today we have numbers of 18 and 25. Okay, so there's enlightenment and healing. There could also be healing through example, and that could bring somebody enlightenment, or you could suddenly be enlightened and it could cause some healing, purging negative things. This is a change that's going to bring balance and bring you back to unconditional love, guys. Okay, 18 also equals 9, which is endings too. And then what do we have? Oh, okay, we have 3333. Okay, so a lot of you guys might be getting downloads because we have 4 3s. And it's 21, 21, 21, and 12. So we're being asked to surrender, which is what is going to push us in through the healing, which is going to give us these downloads and enlightenment, the number 25. The 21, 21, 21 is about everything suddenly coming together, pulling the information together, lightning quick enlightenment. So these numbers all connect, definitely. 3 is about information and communication, learning. And then we have 20, which is clarity, or be something new that's bringing a balance or being in harmony with something new. And then we have 23, which is about confidence in ourselves, confidence in our boundaries. It's healthy self-esteem. So this purge is bringing you back to healthy self-esteem. And then we have 28 and 28, which is a 10, completion of a cycle. This could be the end of something that brings balance, because 8 is about, can be about power. It's 8th house, ability to deal with life. So yeah, that can be thinking about ending your own life, or losing the power of being balanced. I don't like that one. Okay. Yeah, I actually went back and I looked at the singles bi-monthly reading, because something came out in the news today, and it was a kid that I knew that used to be pretty decent, you know, hung out in the church and all that, and ended up turning to drugs. Well, it's all connected. A couple of days ago, there was a vehicle that police were looking for on foot in my subdivision, and turns out that guy stole it. The kid stole it, and I guess he had belonged to the wife or the baby mama, and he'd assaulted her by strangling her. And I'd actually said that in the bi-monthly reading, and I didn't like that reading either, but it really alarmed me that I saw that news today, because I just caught him. Excuse me. He's obviously not dealing with reality, and now he's being forced to, which is that, Sun Uranus conjunction, and then of course the Moon, Pluto, Saturn, and South Node conjunction, also being forced to face your demons. But yeah, that did come to me, and it kind of tripped me out. Yeah, the World card. See, like I was saying, we have 4 3s today. Suddenly, it's all going to come together. So there's this culmination of information, and like I was saying, you could be receiving downloads, and oh, look at that. In the card, look, there's rainbows, and they all lead back to her, or rather, they're all going into her. This is like the rainbow download. So some of you guys could have been able to feel the Schumann resonance 1111 that happened just yesterday. Actually, you've probably been able to feel them every time it comes through. It is a rainbow wave. And then with 3333, that is like accessing the Akashic records or information being downloaded to you in order to help you heal, because you are moving more towards authenticity. Yeah, remember, like the numbers of the day, 18 and 25, you're purging something, you're receiving downloaded information. So this is what is happening right now. Wow, pretty cool. Next card. Oh, 3 of Wands reversed. Okay, so 3 of Wands to me is like a work opportunity, and this is a solid offer. It's reversed. So right now, you may have your own business, or you may be at work, and you may be struggling with money a little bit. Something's not coming up. I'm not sure why it's being held up, but keep in mind, everything is a process. So there may be some events that the universe needs to put in play before you can have this opportunity solid. Or you might suddenly realize why you're not having opportunities. Possibly because there's something in the subconscious that needs to be purged. Ooh, big truck. The Waterman. Okay, so this is touching. Next card, Mentor of Wands. Ooh, Trial by Fire. All right, guys, I got to pull out my paper. Yeah, this is my Trial by Fire card. The Mentor of Wands is the voice of fire. It's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay, now basically what this is someone spiritual sharing through teaching. They love and they express fire. This is an intense, transformative lesson that is all-consuming, leaving behind purity and temperance. But if you resist, it leads to burnout. Okay, this is like through the fire, rising. This is to be reborn like the phoenix. So somebody is in the process of being reborn. Easter theme too, right? Eggs, April, Ishtar. This is all about rebirth, being born again, rising from the ashes. Okay, this can be also somebody of a light complexion. Doesn't matter what gender, doesn't matter what age. Okay, so either you are teaching a lesson or one is being brought to you. And actually, I've been getting this card for a little bit, and I kept hearing Chaka Khan's through the fire, through the fire, through the fire. So right now, somebody is being put to the test. They're getting downloads. They're not having any opportunities to create money, or they're not getting any work, nothing solid anyways. And this is a test. This is a test of, in Hawaii, we would say, how you going to act. This is to test if you are coming from a place of gratitude. Are you grateful for what you have? Because if you blow this, you're going to have some problems. You're not going to be able to rise above. This test, this lesson is for you to rise above, okay? And, you may get your world or your downloads. It may suddenly come together with the 3333. You may suddenly realize that. Mentor of Wands, excuse me, Mentor of Wands. These Three of Wands, that's a 3. That could be communication. So yeah, like I was saying, you could be wondering why nobody's calling you for work, or you're not having any customers trying to communicate to you, which is really odd because the full moon in Libra is coming up tomorrow. Okay, so right now there should be all kinds of people trying to get a hold of you. There's a test here. You are being tested. Okay, Prince of Wands came out this way, so this would be reversed. Yep, downloads. 1, 2, 3. 3 cards, downloads. So in about 2 or 3 days, when the background stops processing, or the initial full moon phase is gone, we're still going to have the energy, though, for another week and a half. Even as the moon moves into Scorpio and the sun moves into Taurus, we still have the full moon in Libra energy that's present. So these energies are going to work together for the next week and a half, and then the full moon in Libra energy dissipates and that portal closes around that time. And you know, it does it in waves according to your birth chart, what degree certain planets are at. So I cannot tell everybody when stuff is going to happen for them. I can give them the general 2-week span when things are going to happen. So while you're processing for the next couple of days, it feels like almost immediately, this could be today, this could be tomorrow, this could be in the next week and a half, but there's going to be a period of time where your head is filled. You might be having headaches, or you might be feeling a lot of pressure in your head. You might have to be brave while somebody else experiences this trial by fire. They're being tested to see how they act, to see how they respond instead of react. 1711. Like I was saying, guys, the 7s and the 11s. Okay, so Sorrow, Wheel of Fortune, and Princess of Wands. So somebody might not pass this test. Okay, they might not pass this test, and there's gonna be some heartache. There could be a fight, or there could be some trauma where they literally lose their shit. And this could be crying. I don't see crying, though. Not yet. Hold on. Let me get through this. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune, closing the door. This could also be them closing the door on something very painful, or closing the door on pain from the past. Or this could be that lesson that they're learning. Could be pretty painful. Learning how to leave past behaviors in the past with Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune can also be Jupiter, though. Maybe this trauma will close the door for one thing and open the door to some lucky and fated events. Princess of Wands, impulsivity. Okay, somebody could blow up. This looks like, oh, yeah, somebody could lose their shit, and then 2 or 3 days later, after having to stew in their own juices, there could be apology. Okay, or they could be feeling the pain of what they did. They could feel sorry for it, and they could be working on putting that impulsivity behind. Opening your mouth before, speaking before thinking, or acting before thinking. Okay, so somebody needs to work on their anger triggers. And this feels like it's in terms of money, because you're not getting an opportunity for something, for work, for a job, maybe you're not getting the opportunity to be a leader or to be in authority. Maybe somebody's 1919, I just saw. Maybe somebody's stepping over you. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm not going to talk to you like that anymore. I'm sorry I was so angry at you. I'm sorry I exploded on you. Or this could be they realize that they need to apologize and close the door on being a bitch. How they're communicating with you. 3. Like I said, we have 4 3s today, yeah? And then we have 3 and 3 here. So, communication. Sorrow about communication. Sorry about information. Or painful information. I'm sorry. I was angry at you. I didn't think. I just opened my mouth and I spoke. I'm not going to do that again. So for some of you guys, there's going to be an apology for them freaking out during this trial of fire. And then for others, they might actually check themselves. It's causing them some trauma, definitely. They're stressed about it, but they don't want to take it out on you. They don't want to jump the gun. They're trying their best to believe and have faith because they're closing the door on that reaction. I'm up to 21 minutes already. This might be a little bit shorter reading, guys. The Hierophant. Yes, somebody is really worried about their securities. The Hierophant is about traditions, okay? It's institutions. This is an idea, a belief, or some kind of power that governs a body of people that holds sway over a mass of people. This can be religion, this can be education, this can be political, this can be like the institution of marriage or how you do relationships. It's basically traditions. So somebody here, the Hierophant is also Taurus, so this can be about material security. 5 is a number of change. Somebody needs to change their beliefs in terms of material possessions. Okay, they're too attached to luxury. They're too attached to comfort, or they have this habit, because traditions are habits also, right? 2222. They have this habit of reacting, or of speaking or thinking, of reacting instead of thinking before. Before thinking, or before talking or responding. God, that was confusing. Sorry, guys. Didn't mean to confuse you. Yeah, somebody is realizing that this is what they've been doing. And, yeah, checking themselves. Wheel of Fortune, closing the door on that. The completion of this cycle and doing something new. Instead of what you usually used to do. And it's definitely something that needs to be healthier. Okay, number 5 too. I know 6 health is health, but in terms of 5 and changing and tradition and stubborn, because Taurus is stubborn, yeah, the Hierophant is stubborn. So somebody could either be being stubborn, or they could be realizing that the habit of being impulsive is hard to conquer. Somebody's having difficulty getting to the practice of speaking before they think, or, oh, look at that, Mentor of Swords now. Okay, I just heard, I will cut you in my head. Mentor of Swords. So this is yet another teacher. This is the voice of air. And the mentors have been coming out quite a bit. Now, if you guys don't know, I use the Parrot Tarot by Tom and Margaret Perot. This one. Because they have 4 extra cards here in honor of Chiron. And as you know, Chiron is prominent right now. Chiron is in Aries, and I believe it's at 2 or 3 degrees. I'm not sure. It may be 3 degrees just because of the amount of 3s that we have here. But anyways, it's like healing information, healing joy, healing communication, healing ideas. Okay, so Mentor of Swords is the voice of air. This is Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. It is a spiritual person who uses intellect in service to divine, not to attack unity. So This person could be aware of how they express themselves divides, and in fact divides a couple. This could be in a love relationship or a business partnership. Somebody is aware of them creating a division because of their want for power. Because they may be realizing that they are attacking unity, and they're supposed to figure out how to come together. So they, like I said, they could have checked themselves because they're realizing that it's causing a divide. This is lessons about strengths and limitations. Yep. Look at that. Through the fire, being put to the test, about your strengths, about your limitations, about how to purge the negative things. Wow. And also too, and like I was saying at the beginning of the video, with the Black Moon Lilith, and the moon moving from Libra into Scorpio, and the sun moving from Aries into Taurus, there is this physical violence prominency, okay? And Black Moon Lilith is in Aquarius, so there could be sudden physical violence from ending a relationship until all the way up to a killing. It's physical violence from a rush conclusion, and we're actually seeing that a lot right now, with the combination of energy that's coming out. These are people who cannot see clearly their reality. Okay, they're fighting it. They are, you know, I just have to say, resistance is futile, and what happens can be dire consequences. People can get hurt. They can strike out and hurt people, or strike out and hurt themselves. So yeah, somebody is being tested on, not only are they being tested on coming from a place of gratitude, but they're also being tested on how much they can handle. That's 8th house. Okay, so for some of you guys, there is some transits that appear in your 8th house. Doesn't have to be Scorpio, but like, you know, like me, I'm a Pisces rising, so Scorpio is my 9th house. So this could be a testing of limitations. Like, let's say I couldn't get on YouTube, I would freak the fuck out because I have to be able to listen to videos in order to learn. You know, like my phone went dead, and or I have to wait to charge it. I would literally pace, and I have done this. I pace for 10 minutes before I go running somewhere and find a free box and find a book to read, because I cannot handle not learning. I love to learn. That's my Sagittarius moon. Okay, so it is a test of your strengths, your limitations, purification by fire, coming from a place of gratitude, acknowledging what is real and what isn't. Reverse card. Temperance, reverse. Okay, so the Mentor of Swords, Temperance. This is a balancing. Okay, I gotta look at this for the Mentor of Swords again. Sorry, guys. Strengths and limitations. Okay, yeah, so there's a period of where things are imbalanced, but that is the test. You know, how you deal, how you cope with things. I keep getting 8th house, damn it. That's death also too. A death and ability to deal with life. It's also shared resources and inheritance and taxes. So with the Temperance reversed, there may be keeping some things off of the TV, things that would create union with people, that would foster unity. There may be some censoring of unity, promoting information, like on the news and all that. You might be seeing things that divide you more than they bring you together. Temperance is about blending. It's about merging. Tempering is like, you know, you get hot and you get cold and you mix them together and you get warm. Okay, it's a balancing combination. Uranus and Taurus. Odd combinations, but perfectly balanced, right? And this could also speak to, you know, the full moon in Libra and the sun in Aries. And then, of course, it transitions immediately after that, both the sun into Taurus and the moon into Scorpio, which actually both of those are opposite signs. Okay, Aries on the zodiac wheel, we have, let me just use this as an example, guys. Okay, so we have Aries here, and we have Libra here. Okay, they're opposing pairs, the exact opposites. And same thing too, when it moves into Taurus, when the sun moves into Taurus and the sun moves into Scorpio, we have an exact opposite. So it's like light meeting dark. It is a perfect balance in the middle of those two, because moon in Libra is partnership and harmony. Then we have the sun in Aries, which is about me, me, me. So that's me versus we. And then we move to the sun in Taurus and the moon in Scorpio. So the sun in Taurus is like, to me, when I see that, that's secret enemies. Okay, people who stay hidden, who plot, who gang up on you, who set you up behind your back, kind of thing. Sneaky, okay, and stubborn. And then you get the Scorpio energy as open enemies, being very honest, brutally honest, to the point where people want to attack you. That's secret enemies. People usually don't want to speak up against you because they will feel your rage. And Scorpio is Phoenix too. So we've got spiritual leader and Phoenix now, where we just had a relationship issues, me versus we, and we're rolling into that energy, and it's kind of blending and it's kind of merging. I don't know why I ended up going off on that talent, but I felt like I had to tell you that. So yeah, you're not going to see any uniting things on the news or on the social media. There could be a lot of distractions. They're testing your strengths, your limitations. They want to know how far they can divide you, if they can divide you, because the negative entities that used to feed off of your negative energy, they are really hungry. They're really starving. So they're trying to throw out distractions like the cathedral burning. Don't give too much energy to it. Yes, it's sad. Yes, it's an end of an era, but you know, I almost feel like it's a setup, because they took everything important out of there before the fire, and then the fire magically appears. And I feel like that was created as a distraction to distress humanity in order to harvest that energy. Okay, and it's not working. They're not going to reverse the vibration of this planet. Everybody is leveling up. They're rising in vibration. And at this point, I feel like it truly is a battle, but they're not going to do it. But they're going to keep persisting. They're going to keep throwing distractions in your way and promoting division. They're promoting anger and fear, 3333. And they're not really doing anything to promote unity conscious, or they're trying to cut out everything that promotes unity consciousness. Okay, sorry about that. I had a looky-loo in the store. Yeah, there's two different tests here going on. Okay, that's all the cards I'm going to pull from this deck, because we are going on 34 minutes and 13 seconds. Look at that. Yet again, another 3. So we've got 3, 3, 3. And 21. We've got 4 threes, just like the numbers of the day. Amazing. Okay, then there's the 28, 28. Wow. So that is a very potent energy that's coming through, is this information. For some of you guys, your test is having to raise a child on your own. Queen of Swords and the Empress. Okay, Queen of Swords is about Independence. Okay, she doesn't need your validation. She's very cool, calm, and collected. This is like my bitch energy card, okay? I will cut you. Okay, I heard that earlier too with this card, with the Mentor of Swords. Swords, very important. Communication, how you speak, knowledge. Wait a second, let me read this again. The Mentor of Swords. Sorry guys, I'm not very familiar with the Mentor cards. In service to the divine, not to attack unity. Uses knowledge in service to the divine. There's some of you guys who are going to be becoming spiritual leaders, but you haven't gotten started yet. Like maybe you're on your way though. You're probably going to be making videos either to share your story, or either you want to study tarot or astrology or something to help others where you can tell your story. Yeah, for others, you were physically assaulted and you had to cut this person out of your life. So you're now single and raising a child on your own, or you're sitting pretty. You're sitting very pretty, okay? And all of a sudden you're getting all this information, all these downloads, okay? You close the door to the pain on the past and you're ready to move forward, independent, to raise this child by yourself, or to raise your children by yourself and create your own business. But you've got joy on the horizon, the Empress. You've got a child coming. This is either an actual child, or you have children which you're going to be spending more time with, or you're going to be playing like a child, feeling like a child, happy and lucky and sitting in your own castle, running your own show. Yeah, this is a one-woman show, one-man show, whoever you are, because this doesn't speak to an actual female. It's speaking to the feminine energy. Just because the cards on here are female doesn't mean that it's an actual female in physical form. This is somebody who embodies the female energy. So you literally could be a male having to leave with your children, or something about dying in childbirth. Black Moon Lilith. You may be having to raise a child alone because one parent passed. They could have passed during childbirth, or there were some things that happened that left you alone with a young child. This could be, some of you guys may have had to have C-sections. Emergency birth. This child may have come out with the C-section. All right, guys, I'm going to sum this up because we're going on 40 minutes already. Sometimes the audio over 33 minutes doesn't translate, so you guys might not end up hearing the end of this video, but I will, oh, look at that. I will preview it before I post it. And Lokahi, Harmony, oh, look at that. Once again, with the sevens. Okay, Libra, 7th house. This is a full moon in Libra. Lokahi, harmony. My intention is to create harmony within and in all of my endeavors by letting go of judgment and by allowing and embracing diversity. Harmony occurs when diverse forces flow together, allowing the unified whole to come into balance. By accepting and allowing the diversity within your own being and in the world around you, resistance and judgment fall away and harmony occurs. Yeah, basically everything I just said in this reading. All right, guys, this has been your reading for Thursday, April 18th. Little music in the background. All right, you guys, love you. See you later.